All right, so it's about the four-stroke petrol engine, right? So four-stroke. Let's just say four-stroke engine because there's the petrol and the diesel engine. And so strokes are just movements. Strokes are movements. So kana tikati four strokes means there are four movements. Anoitikira epi? Anoitikira inside the cylinder. So an engine has cylinders. Cylinder just like which? It's a cylinder. Saka cylinder moment of all. So there's two openings. We call them valves. So there's the inlet or intake valve. So it opens and closes. Can I draw an edge on it's open? Can I try closed? Don't you draw close to this? Let's draw a chakari or means it's what? It's open. Alright, so you can call this the outlet. So there's the intake and outlet. And then there's also the piston. The piston moves up and down this cylinder. Up and down this piston. Just like a bicycle pump. When you pump in and out, those like a piston. So we call this the piston. So the piston is connected to what's called the crankshaft. So there's going to be something that looks like this. So it's going to be connected here. So most of these engines, they have more than one cylinder. So this is just one cylinder. One cylinder. We're not saying one stroke, one cylinder. So my engines are the one that they come with. You can have another cylinder whose piston. So I'm just going to draw a sketch pattern. So like totally more piston. You got our upper. Sakani like Chimatsara just say similar to choker bascos. And then so once there is a piston this crankshaft it's a so you start to go in circles to start to rotate because of those movements. Emma pistons. So as a matter of time there's something which is circulating to connected to a system of gears so that my wheels yes. So this is the issue. So we'll be looking at what happens inside each cylinder. There can be 2 cylinders, there can be 3 cylinders, there can be 4 cylinders. And this is to make the engine more efficient. Mama engines, they actually have 1 cylinder. For example, my motorbike, they can operate on 1 cylinder. It's enough. It's like which of a Pascal Nekumboan. It's no eater. Saka particular one no how to need tools are better. So basically that's the idea. So we can forget about the rest of the cylinder. If we understand just one, the teach maker inside one, because unless the guy would say I will go so there are going to be 4 movements. The first one, so we call them strokes or movements. The first one is intake. So let's start with the petrol engine. The intake. What's going to happen? So during the intake stroke, what happens? Firstly, let's talk about the piston. The piston has to go down. And create spacer. It is not in speed. And then so it has to go down. So that means intake, piston moves what? moves down. And then Sakatati piston move down to create space for something to enter. And then what? So whatever that's going to enter is going to enter through the intake valve. And then so let's write intake or inlet valve. Inlet valve opens. So these are the two obvious things that are supposed to happen. Your piston must move down to create space, and the inlet valve must open. Then number 3, it's a change japinda. And then so we need if it's a petrol engine, we need a petrol plus air mixture. So this is a mixture of petrol and air. No fun pinda. And then this outlet valve, it must be closed. And then outlet valve is what? Closed. So this is what happens during the first stroke intake. The second one is called what? Compression. Second stroke is called compression. So in the first stroke, piston and edge move down. It can only move up or down. So obviously, can I it down? Yeah, in the second stroke, I will move up. And then, so in the second stroke, piston and edge goes upwards. And then, so another better piston moves up. Piston moves up. Then this intake valve, inlet valve, closes. So this time it has to close. And this the spark plug. So in our petrol engine, we have a spark plug pump. Alright. So the inlet valve is closed, and also by the way, this one is also called exhaust valve, and you can call it exhaust valve. Exhaust valve is also closed. And okay. Or you can simply say both valves are closed. And just say both valves are closed. Both valves closed. So the piston is moving up and both valves are closed. Then the petrol air mixture, petrol/air mixture is what? Is compressed. So we're going to force this mixture onto. So piston where let's say and we're going to force this petrol air mixture into a very small space, and that's called compression. And so not going to get you have to remember what's happening. Piston is moving up, both valves are closed, and now petrol air mixture is compressed. Then we go to number what? Movement number 3 or stroke number 3. And then what happens? This one is called the power stroke. This one is very important because this is where the chemical energy is converted to kinetic. That is the stroke where the actual conversion of chemical to kinetic happens. So very important.